We're talking about arousal and sex, aren't we?
We are.
I've got a great story for this. The person in it knows who he is. But I'm not going to mention any names, it is kind of embarrassing. Well, you know the fuck you are, mate. That scene in the Mask of Zorro, where the eponymous hero cuts off Elena Montero's clothes using his sword, is one of the most famous in all of pop culture. But that's not the weirdest part. The weirdest part is that both actors in that scene admitted to being very, very aroused. In an interview with E! Magazine, Antonio Puss in Boots Banderas and Catherine, is she still dating that old guy, Zeta Jones, admitted that that scene was very arousing for them both. Something you could probably tell by looking at Jones's reaction in that scene, but it's still weird nonetheless. Notice there how I said arousing and not like romantic or not at all rapey, because by all accounts, Zeta's character should have been terrified in that scene. He stabs off her clothes. I can't think of many scenarios where someone could stab my clothes off and I'd be like, oh, hello.
Not bad.
He's holding a very sharp sword and he's slicing some pretty delicate areas. He could have nicked an artery. He could have took her out. That could have been game over.
Imagine how bad that scene is.
Yeah, he just goes down on the floor immediately. That maybe I shouldn't try undressing women with a sword. Maybe this isn't a good idea. The interview, she's like, oh, it was so romantic, his power, the control he had over her at that moment. She goes, yeah, if that had been a knife, it'd have been a dark alley, it'd have been a very different scene. I
didn't realise that I could seduce women by cutting them up with swords.
It's great, women love it.
We should teach that in school.
Oh man, I would so petition. I would petition the shit out if they taught erotic swordplay in school. Do you know that's an actual book you can buy? There is a book called, and I'm not making this up, you can look this up and you will put a picture of it behind my head, called Erotic Knifeplay. So if you get to a point in the bedroom with your significant other where you think, you've stomped my balls a few times, like try shoving stuff up each other's arse, but I think we need a knife to be introduced in the bedroom. That's when you run away. That is a line that I don't think anyone should know, because I understand there's a thrill to danger in the bedroom, but like hot candle wax is one thing, but holding a sharp blade to your testicles is probably another.
You best bring a knife to a gunfight.
Oh! I think you're going to say to a gunfight then. There's nothing like the thrill of holding a gun to your wife's head. Oh man, don't do this. Don't do this. I'm not getting sued because people try to take knives to their partner's balls. No, no, not good, not good. Bad Antonio Banderas. It's not erotic to stab women's clothes off. No.
I'm assuming he was aroused by the woman.
Yes, they were both aroused, but for different reasons. Antonio Banderas, for example, said he was aroused by the sight of a buxom woman, which I don't know why he needed a sword in his hand to appreciate that, but there we go. Whereas Zeta Jones was more, she was like aroused by the scene of like the power and the skill of Zorro of undressing her in such like an unusual fashion. So it wasn't the fact he's holding a sword, it's the fact that he was so in control of the situation that he could undress her with like a flourish of his wrist. She wasn't impressed with the fact he's holding it, it's more like it's the skill involved. Like, if you can cut a woman's clothes off, you are a man of great skill. And also, like, probably on a police register somewhere. It means they were both, like, nursing erections. Like, Antonio Banderas a big man erection, and obviously Zeta Jones a big woman erection. The context of that scene isn't that they're flirting, is that she is a woman who's terrified by this masked man with a sword. It does sound kind of bad. So here's what I'm going to invite you to do. We're going to put a link to that scene in the description below. I want you to watch it again. And just imagine both Catherine Zeta-Jones and Antonio Banderas are nursing massive erections during the entire thing. Catherine Zeta-Jones especially. She's got a massive woman erection on that. She's got a proper lady throb on.
He was very vigorous, Father.
Vigorous?
Yes.
Do you know the worst bit I heard? Right, so obviously men have got so many words for like, oh, when they've got an erection. So I used to work with a load of women, and women are way worse than men when it comes to like talking about sex stuff. Not because they talk about it more, just the stuff they say is just more visceral. I think the best one I've heard for women when they get the woman version of an erection is getting a wide on. Oh, creaming my knickers. That's one that got me. Oh, when I was at work once, when I worked at a nightclub, we were joking around. I was like, oh, what do you call your penis or your vagina? And we were all joking. Like, oh, I call mine my giggle stick and that sort of thing. And goes, oh, I call it a fairy garden. And then one girl, without axe wound. It put me fucking down. I heard that, I couldn't work for about 5 minutes.
Okay, so let's do like, comment, subscribe, share, like.
No. Oh, we can't keep doing that joke. It's done once. People aren't going to watch every single one. That's what I'm wary of. I'm wary of the fact people might watch this as their first one and then not get the joke. I think whitelisting is the one that we should do. Whitelisting is...
I don't know if you can.
You can whitelist specific, I did. My ad block. I whitelist mine and everyone else I watch. Yeah. I don't like watching YouTube. so obviously I do a lot of research. Like, what do you need to watch? Oh, I want to watch this scene from The Mask of Zorro. Oh, great. So like, not only is it a guy who's uploaded it like from a camcorder or some bullshit like that, so he didn't make the film, and then he has the cheek to put a fucking ad on it.
Sometimes it's monetized by the company that owns the film.
Fair enough. But I think my favourite one, people put entire movies on YouTube, and then the only thing in the description just says, no copyright infringement intended. They are the ballsiest mother. I don't think I can think of a person who's got more balls than a person who goes, I want to put an entire movie on YouTube in HD and put no copyright infringement intended. Or is this for art scholarly critique then? Okay, so we've got to do like, comment, subscribe, whitelist, send me money on Patreon, all that bullshit. Now, when we get a Patreon, if we ever get one, people are going to shit on me so hard out there. All those jokes he made, now he's begging for money. He came crawling back.
Did you actually do a like, comment, subscribe thing?
Oh shit, no. So you've got to like, comment, subscribe, and whitelist this page, and ring a bell, and follow us on all our social medias, and then share this video with friends, and a lot of other bullshit that I don't expect anyone to do, but if you do it, it'd be nice, I guess.
So Karl, this story you mentioned at the start, tell us the story.
You're gonna fucking kill me for this. Right, when I went to university, the first time I was a young man, 18 years of age, I get to university and I get to my halls of residence for the first time. I'm invited to a house party. I know a few people there. And a friend that I met a couple of months ago is there, and all his housemates are there. And he comes in, and he's got a girl with him. And immediately, all of the people at the party, we all look at each other, we shout, because this girl looks young. Like, we were all young, we were all 18, but she looked young. Like, to the point where you could see the hook on her back and the piece of wire leading all the way to jail. And we go to our friends like, where the fuck did you meet her? He goes, oh, it's a concert, at a gig. How old is she? She's 18. She was drinking when she was there, and she's got braces. That was our first clue. He goes, no, it'll be fine. So we forget all about it, we enjoy the party, we rib him a bit, but it's like, fine. They end up sleeping together. He woke up in the morning, as you do, he's hung over his foot, he's like, he's with the girl. Oh, it's pretty late, do you need to like go anywhere? Do you need to go to like college or anything? She said she was at college. Oh no, I don't need to go to college. Goes, oh, you got a day off? Goes, no, it's because I'm not in college. What do you mean you're not in college? Oh, I'm in school. And then he finds out she's 16.
Legal in the UK.
Yeah, we should probably find out 16 is the legal age of consent in the UK. So and he was 18 and he met her at a gig and she was drinking there. So he wanted to know. He was like, but she's still at school. And this is where the story, right, he goes, what do you mean you're at school? She goes, oh yeah, I can't really miss a day because if my parents find out, they'll want to know where I was. Okay, so here we go. Can you ring the school for me and pretend to be my dad? Okay. He was inside this girl no more than 4 hours ago. Oh, I guess I could do that. What does your dad like? He's Scottish. My friend can't do accents to save his life. What do you mean he's fucking Scottish? He's Scottish, so you have to ring up and he can't put a Scottish accent on. So he knocks on his housemate's door, who he met the day before. Can you do a Scottish accent? And he comes out and he puts on the broadest fucking I can't do one, but of course I can do one. And he goes, what do you need me to do? You need to call up a school. A school? Oh, we're going to talk about this later, mate. call up a school, say she's not going to be in. So he calls me and he puts on the broadest fucking Scottish accent you've ever heard. He is milking the shit out of it, and my friend starts going, oh, that's the fear. When he told me that, the fear was here. It was palpable. Because we're hearing this story for the first time, I'm like, he woke up and he got to school, and we all felt it. Like, oh my God, is this the last time we're going to see this guy? Is he going to be in jail? No, she was 16. And he was, okay. But what happened? I had to call the school. A lot of girls will say, I want to call you daddy. But that's probably the worst time it's ever happened in history.
Can you call as daddy?
A lot of people are going to think as well, I make this shit up, and I can assure you, it's not made up.
That's the reason why you're not giving a name.
It's the reason I'm not giving his name, because he probably would be embarrassed by that, as anyone would be.